Okay.
Chinga chananga gani shuvananda. Chinga chananga gani shuvananda. Poti pradayaka kanadi shatu tu kanarayaka kanadi shatu tu kanarayaka. Nanda Shiva Gaurika Tui Nanda Chinga Chanana Gani Shuvanda Chinga Chanana Gani Shuvanda Chinga Chanana Gani Shuvanda Chinga Chanana Gani Shuvanda Chinga Chanana Chinga Chanana Chinga Chanana Ganeshwanda. And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green? Was the holy land of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? Hear my bow of burning gold. Bring me my arrows of desire. Bring me my spear of clouds unfold. Bring me my chariot of fire. I will not cease from mental fire. Nor shall my sword sleep in my hand, till we have been Jerusalem, in England's green and pleasant land.
There we are. Of course, that was Jerusalem by our Debbie, who's thinking Italy at the moment. But anyway, welcome to this evening's UK meditation. Just going to give you a brief what we're going to do tonight. If I can get the computer working or the Zoom working, okay, because I haven't done it for a while. So anyway, so tonight we're going to worship Shrimataji Sri Lalita. And well, the reason why, I couldn't find it. I used to have a book where Sri Lalita was depicted on there, and it showed a beehive and bees. And the reason is because, walking around with so many flowers around everywhere, and I'm walking in the park in the mornings, evenings, or whatever and I hardly see any of these amazing little creatures, bees or honeybees at all. And, I was last few weeks, I've been thinking about it, just there's a shame and everything else. But I know there's a lot more going on in the world than that, but it's the small things that sometimes matter, so, and I remember that picture of Sri Lalita with the beehive and the bees, and I thought, okay, I'll bring your attention on to Sri Lalita so that we collectively can focus on that aspect, the nature, and how, a man can self-destruct, well and good, if that's what his desire is. But when nature, his innocence, gets disturbed and damaged, then, I suppose from realized souls, the prayer is always for the innocence in all its dimensions. So I thought, if we collectively put our attention on that aspect, where is the little honeybee, that innocence of nature that's getting totally destroyed somehow, even us being aware or not being aware of how subtly it's getting attacked, but our attention is of an enlightened soul. So, just a thought, and taking that thought and desire to Shrimataji's holy lotus feet is just how things work in, the collective consciousness. Our awareness of things, take it there and pray that the divine and its aspects will work things out. Wherever sometimes, man or humanity has to learn through certain mistakes, well, hopefully whatever we have to learn, we'll learn it fast and climb out of this little hole. So that was it, walking around, seeing all these trees blossom, all these bushes full of blossoms, and some of them have come hundreds of years ago from the Himalayas, rhododendrons and what have you, and you know, millions and millions of daisies all over the ground, and nothing flying across them. And I just thought, weird. Anyway, so the hope and desire is that whatever is that destructive force in this attack, in this aspect of the humblebee, can be unveiled and resolved by that divine force. So I won't say anymore. We're not going to have such a long meeting. The talk is from 1980, so it's an old talk, and but it really is about puja. So, but that doesn't matter, because obviously, with the divine, and mother, when you're hearing her voice, and our desire is to work out things, she knows. And through the aspect which we are listening from or to, or have our attention on, then that aspect opens up, and starts to emit its qualities. And with prayer, opens up the different aspects of her being, which hopefully, that symbol which I've seen, which is the humble bee, is also one of the aspects in which the Adi Shakti wants to preserve and will preserve. So we'll be listening to Sri Lalita Puja from 1980. Okay, so we're going to start the meditation. And first of all, if you haven't, you can do Namaskar. You can put your hands together and bow to Shrimati Ji. And then we can raise our Kundalini. Put ourselves in that bandan. Stop share a sec. Okay, so we're going to just relax and we're going to invoke Lord Ganesha. And we take our attention to Lord Ganesh, the elephant-headed god. And we ask Sri Ganesha to remove all obstacles within our subtle system. And if he can be pleased and invoke the vibrations that give us auspiciousness. So we're going to say the mantra to invoke Lord Ganesh. So Sri Ganesha mantra. Om Vami Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. That's it, just hold that silence for a moment. So the talk's not very long. Go do that again. Um, I have to find it again. Seem to have lost. Oops. Even Amruta's playing up. So anyway, that's the Sri Lalita 1980. That was Where was it? Doesn't really have much more on here. Hang on 1 sec. Sunday, April the 20th, 1980. Where was it? In Paris, France. So obviously there's no video. It's pre-videos, I think, on this one. So just relax and just, again, you know, let Shmataji's words wash over us. At the same time, you know, obviously the desire is to always establish that innocence in this world, you know, whether it's that little honeybee or innocence within society, you know, is that when her voice comes over us, and as we know, they're all mantras, just washes, and as it washes us, of course, it reverberates outwards. So just relax, enjoy. As I said, it's not very long, so just keep that stillness and enjoy.
I've told you before also, but again today, I want to tell you the significance of puja. The significance is this, that when you do the puja, you recognize me. By your recognition and your surrendering, the deities get happy. They are overjoyed that you have recognized it. You have fully identified yourself, that you are understanding me in my full form, that you are coming closer to them, like elder brothers feel happy when the younger ones are coming to meet them. So they start releasing my vibrations with a greater force, much greater. You have seen that after puja, sometimes when you do not absorb the vibrations, I get little tired because the vibrations start coming out of all the chakras and you do not absorb, so the give and take process is not balanced. The identification in the West is very slow because of mental activity. Your attachment to your mental activity and to your rationality is very great. With puja, the vibrations try to detach you from your mental activity, from your rationality. And then you are stationed into the realm of divine existence. Anything else, even my lecture, which is really mantra, but even that gives you a mental activity. You start thinking about it. Then by thinking about it, you think you know about SYUK. Then by thinking that you know, you become egoistical. You think you know such a lot about SYUK. Again it, in a way, helps to bloat your ego. That you start thinking that you know so much about SYUK. The greatest grip on the Western being is that of rationality. analyzing. You start analyzing everything. It is only through puja you are blown off, like when the fruit is ready, the petals of the flower out of which the fruit has come out blow off, and the fruit remains. This complete detachment is possible in even one puja. But that too takes time, because even puja is rationalized. Puja should be done with your heart, feeling the love within you that you are worshipping your mother, who is an incarnation of Adi Shakti. It's a very great thing. Do it with your heart, not with your mind. That's why we do not allow many people to come for puja, because that creates another whirlwind of rationality. Once you are detached from yourself, all your problems become so tiny as you see from the sky, from the aeroplane, all the far-fetched things which are not so important. And the problems that are going in the houses down below do not touch you. You go beyond clouds and you live in the area of that space of divine love. Then all your petty things, irritating things, all your so-called problems of life, all disappear. And then only you can be effective more, much more effective, because you become a source of divine love. Puja is the only way, I feel, you can stop your mental activity. Sahaja Yoga cannot be understood through rationality. Mentally it may be, but to become, you have to detach yourself completely. You have to go beyond it, because this limits your movement. Everything that you are doing here is significant, but it's not a mental significance, it has a divine significance. For example, even painting my feet now, what you do is to recognize me, first of all. Then the importance of these feet have been working, have been dancing for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Where is she gone? Linda? She must be missing at the right moment. Where is she gone? She's not yet here. Like we use lemons. Rationally, you cannot explain how lemons can cure a person, but they do. You have seen people being cured of mental troubles, of possessions. You cannot explain rationally. In the divine way, one can explain that it has got a coefficients which can absorb the possessions which are foreign. But why and how? That's beyond your mind. You do not understand that. You do not have that instrument. So it comes that Sahaja Yoga is to be accepted. It's the only way you can be a Sahaja Yogi. Acceptance is the only way. Go on accepting it so that you develop. Like a little plant starts accepting whatever the Mother Earth gives it and grows. It does not try to understand the Mother Earth. It does not. It just wants to grow on the riches of the Mother Earth. That is what is puja, by which you are blessed by the divine, so that you shoot off from all your physical, mental, emotional and the so-called spiritual being which was seeking into the realm where you have sought. So today we must determine that we'll have no rational activity about it. Otherwise you won't have the joy of SYUK, which is your achievement. Stop rationalizing it. With your heart, you do the puja. All these things that you are going to do has very, very great significance, which I'll explain to you some other time. But that explanation cannot take you too far. It is too minute to enter into the gross understanding. So best is to absorb it and enjoy it. Why do you want to enter into the whole machinery of electricity? You just use the electricity. All machinery is done for you, is prepared for you. Don't try to envisage it, to conceive it in your little mind. You must know that you have to become the ocean and not try to understand the ocean with a drop of your brain. If you realize that, then you can become the ocean. Your limits are broken by puja and you become one with the unlimited. It blasts your limits and your limitations. Tell your mind not to come and trouble you during puja. Then it will work out. May God bless you. Alan, I think if you stand outside it would be better because it will blast you quite a lot, I know. So just stand there, put your how to do the puja. But you are small children, so it does not matter. It's a pleasant task. Little understanding must be developed that there is a protocol of this incarnation. And you should not try to pass over it. The greatest protocol is humility, is humbleness. Humility is the only way you are given this great opportunity to worship me. If you are not humble, you cannot worship me. It's not a ritual, it's the growing within ourselves. Stop your mental activities now. Just don't think. Then only it will start working. May God bless you. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Sitting down will be. Sit down, sit down. You need not stand up. Now, you put your hand outside. Stay. हो जाएगा ठीक. This name stresses the excellence of Dakshinachara by implication. Alright, it's alright for that. The names 99 to 108 describe the Kundalini Yoga briefly. See? The individual soul which assumes the form of Jiva loses its sense of identity with the cosmic soul and identifies itself with the body and mind. The Kundalini Yoga helps the individual soul to regain its identity with the Divine Mother, which is the cosmic consciousness. Individual consciousness in its lower state is the wakeful state. The Jiva's name in this state is Viswa. In this, the individual is mostly body conscious. It is normally difficult for the individual to transcend this state consciously. The next one is the state of consciousness of the individual in a dream, Sushupti. Here the impressions are all mental. The body consciousness is mostly replaced by mental configuration. Ordinarily, an individual cannot get into this state or transcend to higher levels of consciousness through one's will. The jiva is here called Taijasa. The next higher state, Taijasa, is the light. The next higher state of consciousness is one in dreamlessly. Here jiva is beyond both the body and mind and is called as pragya, which is enlightened. Here the body and mind are both inactive. The jiva, bereft of mental and body activity, has reached a higher level of consciousness. But here, though this consciousness is nearer the cosmic, it is still limited. It is only when he transcends this pragya state and becomes turiya, turiya means the fourth, that he regains his identity with cosmic consciousness. In Kundalini Yoga, the devotee, through the grace of Guru and Sri Lalita, as Ichha Shakti, as the desire power of the Guru. But actually here Sri Lalita is sitting before you. So it's such a great thing for you. Stirs dormant Kundalini coiled up as body consciousness in Muladhara, and by conscious effort of will makes her pierce through the 6 chakras from Muladhara to Agya. Once the Kundalini rises and goes beyond Agya, the devotee becomes cosmic conscious or Turiya. The transition from one state to the next higher state seems to be similar to opening a difficult gate or undergoing a tied up knot, Granthi. The body consciousness of Viswa seems to extend up to Swadhisthana, and there is placed the Brahma Granthi or not, Brahma Granthi there. From this, the next state of consciousness of Jiva called Tejasa extends above Anahata, where the Vishnu Granthi is placed. See, Brahma Granthi and then Vishnu Granthi is placed. Granthi means when two things bind together. So it is between Vishuddhi and heart. This Granthi takes place, Vishnu Granthi. This state of consciousness of Jiva called Pragya, similar to dreamless sleep, extends up to Agya, above which is Rudra Granthi. Between this is Turiya state where individual and cosmic consciousness unite. Now see, all these three you cross, and then the last Granthi you cross also. The Kundalini rises just like a jet, as you know in this, because of me. But the Gurus have to do it one by one. They have to open every Granthi, they have to work it out and put it up there, keep it down, then again and this. But will you stop that now? Or you go out? Everybody is catching on the heart now. Why do you do like that every time? There's no explanation for it. Just a position. And you get into it very easily. It's just a position that you have. Why do you get into it? You should have put some willpower. You are so anxious to go out always. You should not have gone. You should have asked somebody else to go and do that for you. Must you go in the market every time? There's nobody else who can go? And then come back with a problem for everyone. Is not a good thing. Now put a bandhan into yourself. That's all. And now you don't cry, just stop crying and tell yourself that I'm not going to cry anymore. Everybody is catching on the heart in the center. You can't spoil everybody's puja. Was it? But why did you go? You should not have gone. You could have sent somebody else. You must always jump for a market. I've seen you. What is the need? You should not go. First day you have suffered. Then also I was watching. Second day you wanted to go. Third day you wanted to go. Every time, why do you want to go to market? There is some booth there sitting down. At least today you could have asked somebody else to go and get it. But you never do that. If you ask, anybody would go and get it for you. Where is Douglas? He's all right. You could have asked Douglas. He's all right. Just now you are still sick. Be careful. And you sicken everybody. Everybody is catching on the heart. Is this the way to behave? Now hold your breath. Now, not to feel bad now, please, for heaven's sake, hold your breath. Just, it's alright, it's all forgiven, washed off, cleaned out. See, this flower was absolutely dead yesterday. When I touched it, it has come back to life. I can do everything except for giving you sense. That you better have. Every time you go and catch, every time you come back here catching. Now, when are you going to give up? I was just watching. I play on you to see how far sensible you have become. Alright? Doesn't matter. It's a little bit my fault too. Now smile it. It's alright. Now everybody's heart you are catching. Now don't be silly. There's nothing serious. Ah, look at that. Now better. Yeah, better. By scolding, the booth has gone away. You should be alert. That's the main point is. Why should you go out for shopping every time when you are catching? Alright, now. I feel sorry the way you people are not wise. Now you have understood this or not? From this, the next state of consciousness of Jiva called, I hope you have not recorded my scolding. Alright. Where the Vishnu Granthi is placed. You give her a bandhan, all of you. She'll be alright. You give yourself a bandhan. Finish. Just give her a bandhan. She'll be alright. Every time she goes, she catches. And where you have to go, you try to avoid. Ah, alright. Better? No, don't try. उसको थोड़ा काजल दे दो आँख में लगाने को, तो ठंडक पड़ेगी. So beyond this is Turiya state where individual and cosmic consciousness unite. Now all this from 99 to 108 is Kundalini Yoga. You should remember these names by heart. It's a good idea. It's not much. From 99 to 108, how many they make? 9 names. So not difficult for you to know. And they have given the chakras on this, you see. Now, nobody knows Hindi. She can read it. Alright. तुम पढ़ो जरा हिंदी में बातें ना, कि संस्कृत कोई कठिन नहीं है इसमें.
We just stop it there. And just continue to meditate and absorb the vibrations. So just looking at Shrimataji's feet there, and of course it reminded me with the talk, because I did ask Shrimataji once. I asked Shrimataji, I said, Shrimaba, why do we paint your feet? And Shrimataji just looked at me and said, because they do all the work. And I sat there, obviously couldn't think anymore. And tonight, of course, we've heard that mother's feet have been dancing for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So they've been working for all that millenniums. And there you are, today in this modern day, you have a photograph of them. So you have a photograph, we have a photograph of reality, something that's eternal. It's funny, I was just thinking, they do all the work, and you definitely can't rationalize that. So we're just gonna really end the evening with the Maha mantras. So just for a moment, you're just gonna hold yourself at Mother's holy lotus feet. Do we sing? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna sing them. Sometimes it distorts when you sing through the Zoom. So what we'll do, we won't sing. We'll just say the three mantras. Om Twami Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasra Swamini Mokshara Pradayini Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Shri Devi Namo Shri Nirmala Devi Namo. So I think I'm going to finish off with a Ganesha song by Emma Tooley. I wanted to play Sri Lalita Sastranama, but I lost it. So, but we'll finish with the Ganesha song, which is very sweet.
Jinga Janana Ganesha Vandan, Jinga Janana Ganesha Vandan, Jinga Janana Ganesha Vandan, Jinga Janana Ganesha Vandan, Shiva Gaurika Shiva Gaurika tu hi nanda, Jiga Janana Ganesha Vanda, Jiga Janana Ganesha Vanda, Jiga Janana Ganesha Vanda, Jiga Janana Ganesha Vanda. Siddhi Vinayaka, Bodhi Pradayaka, Siddhi Vinayaka, Bodhi Pradayaka, Kannadi Shatu Ganarayaka, Kannadi Shatu Ganarayaka, Shiva Umaka, Shiva Umaka tu hi nanda, Jinga Janana Ganesha Vanda, Jiga Janana Ganesha Vanda, Jinga Janana Ganesha Vanda, Jinga Janana Ganesha Vanda. Shiva Gaurika tu hi nanda, Shiva Gaurika tu hi nanda, Jinga Janana Ganesha Vanda, Jinga Janana Ganesha Vanda, Jinga Janana Ganesha Vanda. janana ganishwanda jinga janana jinga janana jinga janana ganishwandan.
Very nice. So that was an amazing talk. Shamathji gave there. I mean, so it's only if we knew a fraction then what we know now, God knows where we'd be. Anyway, lots of love to everyone. Wish you have an amazing evening and an amazing weekend. And yeah, Jai Shamathji. All the best, everyone.